back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 things to do in PAI Thailand, so stay tuned. If you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I usually upload on the daily, and I upload all my travel videos every Monday through Thursday, and then my free talk videos on the weekends. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. PAI Thailand is north of Chiang Mai. It's up in the Thailand mountains, and it's this tiny cute little bohemian hippie town, and I love it. And most people who go there always stay longer than they actually expected to, and I would actually stay there long term if I didn't think I would just become a lazy ass, because it's such a lazy, laid back little town. But there are plenty of things to do, so I'm going to go down the top 10 list in no particular order. So number 1 is the Big White Buddha Temple, which is an amazing place to watch a sunset. I've been there plenty of times, and when you go up there, it's always sort of this buzz, this energy, because everybody's like there, and everybody's sort of course already on a high because they're in Thailand and they're traveling, but now they're overlooking this beautiful country and waiting for the sunset. Usually there are people up there already vlogging or taking pictures or trying to get the perfect photo op or dancing. It's just like it's just a nice gathering place for other co-travelers. And the Big White Buddha is a continuation of another temple. So you go up this long hill, so hopefully you're good at riding motorbikes. So you can take a taxi up there, but up this long hill, and up the hill you actually pass a restaurant that is also kind of elevated, so it's a nice view. You can also watch the sunset from there. You can eat. You can make a whole day out of it. So you go up there, you can stop at the restaurant, eat, beautiful scenery, just gorgeous, breathtaking. Then you can continue up the hill where there's another temple that you can actually look at and explore. There's a little like market where you can buy some snacks, some drinks and stuff, and then you continue up this long, like elaborate staircase to this big white massive Buddha that's like way at the top, and they're still reconstructing or fixing damages. I'm not sure what, I don't know if they're building or just sort of fixing this white Buddha, but they still are doing some construction on it. But it's still massive. It's still something really beautiful to look at. Wherever religious you are in, or whatever you believe in, like, you can still appreciate the architecture and the work that went into this this Buddha. So I definitely recommend that. You can make a day out of it, or you can just go for a sunset. It's really pretty. And then the next thing is the canyon. The canyon is another great place to watch a sunset. They also do yoga classes there. Doing a yoga overlooking this beautiful canyon, and it's all of nature. It's a really beautiful experience. And the thing is, a lot of people just sort of stop at the entrance of the canyon, because you can't really tell that you can walk further into it until you walk closer into the entrance of the what am I trying to say? You have to walk further ahead to see that you can actually trek into the canyon. So it's all these little narrow crevices that you can like trek through. It's not dangerous, you're not gonna fall off, but I do recommend going make a whole like little hike out of it. There's also rappelling that you can do at the canyon. I think I'm saying it right, when you attach yourself to a rope and you rappel from the cliff. So you can do that there if you're interested. And then the next one is the hot springs. Hot springs, first of all, no matter how hot it is, because you might go to PAI and it may be like, because the days can get really hot and then the nights are colder, and so an idea of sticking your body in hot water when it's already really hot might seem like a bad idea, but trust me, it feels amazing on your skin. It's just something about the hot water and the minerals. It just feels so relaxing. And there's a couple of hot springs. There's one that's man-made and there's one natural. I definitely recommend the natural hot springs. You can also camp there, but you do have to pay a fee to be able to camp there. It's in the woods, it's in nature. It has somewhere you can eat, and the way the hot springs is in levels, and the higher you go up, the hotter the water gets, and it has signs to tell you how hot the water gets. So if you feel a bit uncomfortable, you can always go lower and get in a bit cooler water, still lukewarm but it's cooler. And the higher you go up, the hotter it gets, and it actually gets to boiling point, and that water you are not supposed to get into. So again, really great meeting place. A lot of other travelers are there, gathered out, picnicking, just enjoying themselves. You can meet a lot of new people, especially if you're a solo traveler. Just a nice drive there. So yeah, the hot springs. The next one is the night market. So you don't really even have to think about dinner. They have a night market every single night in PAI. Pretty much takes up the whole town, which is pretty small anyway. Like, you can literally walk through the whole town in 10 minutes. But the night market is really nice. It has a really great variety of food. A lot of it is really fresh and really yummy. And so the night market is one, and it's also a lot of things you can buy: trinkets, souvenirs, clothes, and just you can make a whole night out of it. And usually everyone goes to the night market, so you can meet everyone you like. The thing is about PAI, just a little bit of detour, PAI is so small that you feel like you have friends all over town within just a few days of being there. And I think that's why people end up staying longer, because you start to feel really comfortable, you start to feel really welcomed. Like once you meet people really quickly at the bars or at the markets or at the hostels, and since it's so small, like you just know you get familiar with faces really fast. And so when you go to these, like the night markets and the bars and the restaurants, you just see all the same people. So the night market is another like meeting place, just like the canyon, just like the Big Buddha, just like the natural hot water springs. And so the night market, and then around 10 or 11 o'clock, the whole town pretty much closes down. And the only thing that's really open is like a 7-Eleven and maybe like a random food stand or something like that. But never fear, doesn't mean you have to go to sleep right away. Around the outskirts of town, there's all the little bars, and most of them are reggae bars. And the reggae bars are really fun. They usually have like fire spinning and interactive and really good music. And again, everybody just sort of meets there. And since it's kind of a smaller town, it seems like every night one of the other bars are more fuller than the other. People will pass out flyers sort of saying like, this is where everybody's meeting tonight, this is where the party's gonna be, everybody goes to this bar tonight. And so you never like walk into like an empty bar and just be alone, unless that's what you prefer. You know, as when everyone's at one bar, you can just go to the other. So a lot of them are reggae sort of inspired, or reggae bars. There are a couple of jazz bars if you like jazz. And then the most popular bar is the Sunset Bar. The Sunset Bar used to be closer to town, which I actually think the old location was much better than a new location, because it was like right by the water, and it was all these fire pits, and it was just really chill, really bohemian. They moved it outside of town for a reason, because Sunset Bar is known to do shroom shakes and joint spliffs, if that is something you're interested in. So, but depending on the season, they may or may not have the shroom shake. It has to be around the rainy season, because once it stops raining, the shrooms stop growing, and then they have no more shroom shakes. But they still sell spliffs and joints if that's what you're interested in. And Sunset Bar, again, reggae inspired, very laid back, chill, hammocks, pillows. Everyone sort of goes there and gathers and just be together, and it's really nice. And so yeah, so the market and the reggae bar. And then the next one is the Circus Hostel. Now, Circus Hostel is a hostel, but you do not actually have to stay there to enjoy the amenities of the hostel. The Circus Hostel is sort of on a hill, and it overlooks all of PAI, and they have like these one or two big gazebos where everyone again kind of gathers, like the meeting place, and everyone just chills out in the hammocks, the pillows, play guitar, smoke spliffs, and just share and swap travel stories. They have a pool up there that's really nice, and it's really nice to swim at nighttime, so you're like swimming under the stars. They do open mics and stuff like that. And then if you stay at the Circus Hostel, you get taught circus tricks for free, like fire spinning and slack rope. And if you go up there, they won't teach you anything, but they will have like the slack rope out and stuff, and you can play on the slack rope if you want. So it's just a really nice place just to chill all day. If you don't want to go to the Circus Hostel, there is another resort that's a little bit higher than a Circus Hostel that you can go use their swimming pool for free if you like. I think they want you to buy like a drink or something like that and just lay out the pool. It's a little bit more lavish, a little bit more luxurious if that is what you're interested in, like less hippie and bohemian. So yeah, Circus Hostel and Resort Pool. And then I've never done this before, but I have seen advertisements for it, for like not cave diving, but cave exploring, where you can like maybe take a raft or just walk into a cave and explore it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that because I've never been to it, but I've seen tons of advertisements when you walk through the town, because they do have a few tourist agencies, not a lot because again it's a small town. So the other one, as I already mentioned, the Circus Hostel. Right where the circus, below the Circus Hostel, is all these little tiki huts. So when you get off the van, I believe how it stops, when you get off the van, you start to walk to your right and just ask people where the bridge is and where the little tiki huts are, because a lot of backpackers, since they're used to it, will just sort of stop or go to the immediate or closest hostel, which is fine. The hostels are nice, but I think if you're gonna stay in PAI, you might as well stay in a tiki hut. I feel like that's one of the things to do in PAI. So it's not like a thing to do, but it's one of the things you can do when you come to PAI. And so when you cross over the bridge, there's all these little tiki huts. It looks like a little village, but the group of tiki huts are owned by different hotels. And so you can stay in your own little tiki hut with your own porch, with your own hammock, and some are more expensive and some are more luxurious than others. You can stay at a basic tiki hut with it's just the bed and that's it, and it's a shared bathroom. You can have your own bathroom, or you can have a tiki hut that's on stilts and just looks kind of like a little house on stilts. So depending on what you want to spend, you can go to the lower end or you can go to the more expensive end. It really depends on you. But again, I think the tiki huts are really nice because a lot of backpackers stay there and you can get to know other people, so great for solo travelers. But the hostels are really great too. The hostels a lot of times will have open mics and have little things planned for their guests, so I'm not bashing the hostels. I just think like if you're going to go to PAI, you might stay at the tiki hut, but the hostels are also really nice. And so the next thing are the PAI waterfalls. PAI has like a few waterfalls that you can choose from, and each waterfall is different from the other, and so it's just a really nice thing to go to. And it's usually free. Sometimes they may charge like tourist tax, but most of the times it's free. It's another great place where a lot of travelers go and just be together and meet up and swap travel stories and just have a really good time and chill. Most waterfalls will have like little stands in the front where you can get food and snacks and drinks, so you can like make a whole like day out of it, a whole picnic out of it. It's really fun. Some waterfalls are nicer than others, but yeah, so waterfalls. And then the next one will be the Chinatown. So PAI has this cute little Chinatown. It's not super big, and it's outside of PAI, so you have to take your motorbike and take a drive there, and just to drive alone is awesome. And then so you enter Chinatown, and it's like the town itself, like the main touristy area of it, is not that big. It's like a few restaurants, a few like places you can buy souvenirs and snacks. There's like one main big like Chinese restaurant, and then you have to go through the actual town where everyone's just living, where all the locals are living, and you go up and 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 up to like the top of the hill, and it's a pretty steep hill. So again, you have to be good at driving a motorbike. I don't really think that's a place where taxis go because the road is pretty narrow and stuff, so the best way is motorbiking. But I think taxis can get up there some roundabout way. But you get up there and there's this like little like cafe and like a little temple, I think, and then these archways. I don't know, it's really pretty. Anyway, it's like a great place to like get a nice view of PAI. It's even higher than the White Buddha temple, so it's pretty high up there. And you can get like a little cup of a little teapot of tea and like some crumpets or some biscuits and like a banana or something, and just sit there and like just admire the view. And that's kind of the thing to do. Like you go up there and you have to pay to get into that part of it. I forget how much it is, but it's not that much. And then with the pay, you get the tea and the biscuits and stuff like that, I believe. So another great place just to take pictures and just to chill out and just have something to do. Last but not least, but least on this list, is just basically taking your motorbike and exploring. Like, the PAI itself is a tiny little town that I've already mentioned before, so it's surrounded by beautiful, lush land, nature, mountains, hills. So just take your bike and just drive. Just have a mini road trip that day. Just explore, see what's around it. Like, it's so beautiful. I am amazed that I haven't gotten a bike accident, because when you're driving, you're just like, oh my god, this is so amazing that I haven't like crashed into something. So yeah, like along the way, there's always these little cute little like cafes that are kind of themed. I think they have a lot of strawberry cafes. So as you're driving, you can stop literally in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of nature, and go and have an amazing cup of coffee or tea and just overlook all the mountains and all the lands and all the fields. It's really, really, really nice. But anyway, PAI itself is amazing. It's beautiful. It's not overly westernized. There's no McDonald's, there's no Burger King. The only Western thing you see there is a 7-Eleven, and it's only like a couple. You know, it used to be a place where you had to carry a lantern just to go to your neighbors, and your neighbors was like a half a mile away. So it still holds that beauty, it still holds that tradition, but it's still really fun and laid back, and I love it. When people come to Chiang Mai and they don't check out PAI, I'm just like, how can you just skip over PAI? Like, if you're gonna come to Chiang Mai, you might as well go to PAI, or if you're going to Chiang Rai, you might as well go to PAI Chiang Rai, like something like that. So anyway, check out PAI. That's my top 10. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any of your top 10 for PAI, if you've done any of these things and you liked it or you disliked it, give your opinion, please comment in the comment section below. I said that. But if you want to like this video, please like it, and if you want to continue to follow me on this crazy journey called life, please subscribe. And thank you from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.